Just a little reminder video on why it's important to practice your de-escalation, your awareness and your communication. Now, go with me on this exercise. Imagine the hardest fighter you can think of. You're thinking like a Jon Jones, like a Brock Lesnar, like a 80s Mike Tyson. You think hard bastard, right? Think then, if your life depended on it, or if you're a bit more mercenary, if £30 million depended on it, do you think you could touch that said fighter? Not beat, not fight, touch. Physically lay your hands on that person, tap them. Do you think you could? Imagine for most people the answer would be, yes, I could probably touch them as a human being. I couldn't fight them, they'd absolutely mully you to bits, but you could touch them. And if you take that assumption that any human could feasibly touch any other human once they're in touching range, then it starts to beg the question, if a phenomenal fighter struggles against blades, what chance do you, Johnny Average, has? If Fat Terry from the kebab shop, with the aid of $3.99, can pull out something like this and suddenly be as if not more lethal than someone like a Jon Jones, and has the capacity to touch any human on the planet with said weapon, doesn't it make you think that in your self-assessment, if you're a bit more average, if you're a bit more normal, should you not divest a good portion of your training into how to communicate with others, how to be aware of and avoid situations where such things can occur? I would say it's a very wise investment of your time. If any human can touch any human, and pretty much any human can access something like this, it means that any human can access something like this and touch you with it and end your days, no matter how good you think you are. And that being the case, you should spend as much time as possible, yes, developing your physical skills, your strength, your fitness, your fighting. You need to be rough and ready. You need to be able to do all of those things physically, absolutely. But you should really take stock and note of the importance of awareness and communication. So to that end, a little bit of homework for you guys. Joe Saunders on the Managing Violence podcast has released a really good circa 90-minute episode about the martial art of communication, how to communicate, how to use empathy, how to use the 3Ds, and all sorts of really useful material. So I would say you'll do your homework before you get pissed, before you get wankered, before you might go out and put yourself in danger somewhere out in public. Go listen to that podcast. It's a really good one. And I think those 90 minutes will be a very good investment in your own personal safety and be a very good way for you to transfer some of that knowledge to your pupils, to your students, to the people under your care. So go out there, give it a watch, because be mindful, Fat Terry's always out there with something to poke you full of holes. See you later.